What are the demons of each difficulty that have the most objects in all of Geometry Dash? So a big shout out to C. Volton and Colin, who compiled a list of all the demon levels for me, and I could check their object counts. And also for the Geometry Dash mod team, including especially a person called Tady that helped me compile this list. They all helped considerably. Because the only way in-game to do this is to go through the list of all the demons, download them, and then open the editor, and then check the object count. And you would have to do that for every single demon. But those guys helped me compile a list, and it was great. So the easy demon that has the most objects in the game is one called Sandopolis by LP44. So if we make a copy of the level and go into the editor, you can actually check how many objects it is. It says there's 278,480 objects. That is a lot, except that is nothing compared to the other demons on the list. I know nothing about this level, other than it has a high object count. Sandopolis. Okay, that's a lot of art. And I imagine to make art, wow, this looks awesome. Dude, this looks awesome. I imagine this art uses a lot of objects because you can just tell like the edges and things and like those circular designs in the background. Like, yeah, you can tell. Oh my God, I'm bad. You can tell there's a lot of objects used. And now that my computer doesn't lag because of 2.2 making it way better for high object count levels, I can play levels like this. In 2.1, it was really hard to. Even with a good computer, it would lag because the game was only allowed you to use a certain amount of your memory. And so it was just like, it was impossible to play levels like this. So it is really cool. And there are a lot of objects you can tell with the things that are used. But I've seen this engine like a lot. There's a lot of reused stuff. It's still really cool though. Oh, right here, you can tell it lagged a little bit. Like those particles, I bet are a lot of objects that you can see there. I can tell my game it started to slow down just a smidgen. This part really started to slow down. I don't know why. Maybe it's the background, dude. Oh man, that's hard. Wow. Okay, GG, that's it. Sandopolis. Wow, that's it's got some tricky parts. This is definitely an interesting level because you wouldn't think this has like the most objects out of any easy demon. You know, like, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but like the most objects you would think like would be like some more cluttered levels and stuff, right? Oh no, dude, it looks like you gotta hit that one. It's a fake. Oh no, dude, why? No, it looks so good. That green orb looks so good. Wow. I struggled with an easy demon. All right, I'll admit it. Maybe I'm not so good at this game. Maybe not as good as I think. Wow, so that level has tons of objects. That's so interesting. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna... Okay, yeah, that was the very end. Most objects for an easy demon. You know, the game did start to lag. I did feel it at the end. Like, it wasn't as smooth. But it didn't look like it'd be one of the levels that has the most objects, you know? But it was good. It was good looking. Don't get me wrong. It was good looking. Maybe it just wasn't well optimized, you know? I like the cartoony style. It was pretty cool. But a lot of objects were crammed into here. All right, now we're on to the medium demon with the most objects, which is one called Seaside Hill by Silo. So if we make a copy of it and go into the editor, this has a whopping 424,000 objects. All right, let's do... Wow, that is such a slow loading level. Seaside Hill, so very Sonic inspired. Yeah, my game is running pretty slow. It's pretty slow. Wow, that's what do you gotta go? Do you have to go through that? You go above it? What is this? That's a Chaos Emerald down there. Okay, so you can just go up through there. Oh my, whoa. That is cool, the whale in the background. This is running so slow. Oh my god. Like, there are some other levels today that have a lot of objects, but they run, you know, a little better than this. This runs slow. In 2.1, this would have, like, fried everything. I wouldn't have been able to run this level in 2.1, I don't think. Wow, I wonder how many objects were used, like, in the background there. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the Sonic stuff we know and love. I don't know if it's because the slowdown or I'm just doing bad. You gotta hit the orb when you go through. Man, this level's hard, dude. At least some parts are super easy. My game is chugging along so bad. Oh, dude, I like it how the coins are Chaos Emeralds. That is cool. That is a nice little, like, Sonic touch, you know? Okay, the ending is, it's a lot easier now. I probably wouldn't be going at 35 FPS if I wasn't recording. But also recording with my streaming software, it takes a lot of power too. Okay, yeah, go in between. Oh, and then I made it into the tent. Okay, I guess in Sonic Generations, that's how you end a level. Okay, neat. I haven't played enough Sonic. I played a lot of old Sonic, not a lot of new Sonic. Whoa, did you see me make it through the tight space? Oh. Wait. What just happened? I did it. Oh, that's so tight. Look at it. Look at I'm lagging and I gotta fly through that. Yeah, I could just play on low detail mode. That would fix like almost everything, I think. But because I want to show all of the objects, we're playing it in high detail mode. So this is like a self-imposed thing. So the level is hyper friendly with like its low detail modes. And of course, it's probably way more playable on those. But I must show the hyper detail. Oh my god, dude, I jumped too. No, I was in the air. I started to jump the spike. Ah! Almost died. Wow, I was so close to dying. I did it. I beat Seaside Hill. Yes, my greatest accomplishment. I beat Seaside Hill in full detail. Holy man. Whoa. Honestly, I probably on lower detail, I would have had a much better time with that level. But we wanted to see it in all of its glory. And honestly, visually, there are some parts, especially the part with the whale in the background and the boat in the water. It all looks really good. Like, really incredible looking, and you could tell a lot of love and care went into this level. There's a couple gameplay parts that are, you know, a little bit annoying, but whatever. On low detail, I don't think that would have been a problem. It's just because I was lagging so much. I don't know what the recording is gonna look like, by the way. I don't know if that lag is gonna seep through, or if my recording is gonna like force it to 60 FPS and it's gonna look okay. I don't know. Only 36,000 downloads, and it is the one with the most objects. Interesting. And the hard demon that has the most objects in the game is one called Emerald Realm by Castrix. This is a huge mega collab that is Ori and the Blind Forest inspired. I don't know if you guys know what that game is, but it's pretty cool. I've only played a little bit of it and I've been meaning to finish it. This is what you think of when you think of a high detail, high object count level. You guys will see. So anyways, if we copy it and we go into the editor, how many objects does this have? It has 441,834 objects, which is a little bit more than Seaside Hill. This level is Very cool looking. And I was actually going to play it back in the day, and then I forgot to. I don't know why. I forgot. And I will say, it runs really well. There's a lot of objects here, but because it is 3 minutes long, that's why. Like, it's very detailed. Like, doesn't it just look beautiful? I mean, you can just see. It looks amazing. All the colors chosen and the way it looks. There is a bit of memorization involved because sometimes with the gameplay, it's very stylized. And when you have a stylized level like this, it's hard to have gameplay that looks clear. That is just an amazing transition with Ori there, by the way. That's so cool. Anyways, yeah, when you have like such high detail like this, it is sometimes kind of hard to see like, oh yeah, I guess that's the input I have to do. But it's still, considering how detailed and good looking it is, it's not that hard to read. You do got to remember a few things, a few quick transitions and stuff. But it is, you pick up on it quick. But man, is it ever a beaut, dude. It is just, this level is a beauty to look at. Like, look at this. Oh, it's a beauty to look at. It's so good. There's so many things where you're playing through this level and you go, oh, I understand why there's a high object count here. This level is bananas looking. And I think the reason why this wasn't rated like epic or anything was because in 2.1 when this released with the high object count, it just like didn't run that well. You know, on a lot of machines. This is a massive mega collab. There's tons of creators and you'll see on the end screen how many there were. And so I think the one thing that just is a little frustrating with the level are sometimes it transitions a little strange. You just got to remember things very well. And once you remember it, like the gameplay's not that hard. At the end of this level, it's just so good looking. Oh my God, it's so good looking, dudes. Boom, 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 boom. And then as you break out, dude, yeah. This level looks really amazing. So when you think of a level with a high object count, this is kind of what you'd expect. This is what you think, you know? And this level delivers on it. This is crazy. It is, dude, it is possible to die at the very end there if you're not careful. Yeah, oh man, that's gonna kill me. I'm dying to the final input. It's been foretold in the prophecy. I don't know what I'm doing. I was like right there. I am so, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Wait, what I do? Oh, what is that transition, bro? What? I transitioned and then I just died. I didn't, man. Like, there was no indicator that where I was flying was gonna lead to my death. It's so weird, man. Like, level, I love you. Why are you so mean to me? Dude, no way. I flew way up there. Oh my God, dude. I did the thing. I knew I was gonna die there anyways. Dude, I pressed the button to go up a bit and then there's random stuff. I don't know. Why is this ending like this? Yes! I'm just, it's such a wide open space. It's just, you can't really see what can kill you there. So you gotta like, you gotta either know it extremely well by like trial and error, or just pray like I did. Oh my god, dude. Anyways, it's such a banger level. Like, it's such a masterpiece visually. Looks great, man. I just like found so many new ways to die that I'm sure these creators had no idea you could die in those particular ways, which is why you need to find someone as dumb as me to play test your levels, because I'll find a way to break it. And I found a way to break this level in so many ways today. This was hard, man. Holy crap. That was so hard for me. I mean, it wasn't that bad. 273 attempts. It really wasn't that bad. But I could have beat it in way fewer because I was dying some stupid deaths. Some of the transitions, yeah. But most of the gameplay and most of the transitions are fine. And you can tell a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this. Man, is it detailed. All the parts look incredible, but especially the last part. Like, do you see the detail with the monster that sticks his tongue out at you? Like, that's so cool. And I love it how your ship breaks apart as you go up, as you're escaping. There's so much detail there. It's so good looking. Oh my god, it's so good looking. The colors are just vibrant and beautiful. Such a great level. I would like to see this level like epic rated now that, you know, with 2.2 out, being able to use all the power of your computer. This came out like right before 2.2. This probably ran pretty awful on like 2.1 in 2.1, but on 2.2, I think maybe it could be epic. Okay, and now on to the Insane Demon, which is crazy because I'm actually recording this before the other levels because I practiced it and I was like, I better do it while I know it. So this is a level called Desespoir by Hero Zombie 80. It has the most objects for an Insane Demon. If you check up here, it has 445,218. And the reason being is it just uses like tons of objects all smashed together to like make cool art like this. And when you first practice this level, you'll think, man, this is so hard just because you need to distinguish what can and can't kill you. But once you get it, oh, it's a lot of fun. This is a great level. It is a great level, but it's a little tricky to learn because there's a lot of things like fake spikes. And you guys know how I feel about fake spikes that trick you. Oh, why would I jump there? Dude, 28% on attempt number 1. Oh, yeah. See, just look at the detail. Like, if you look around, you can just tell, like, a lot of objects were put into this level. See, that's a perfect example of, look at the things that can kill you. Look at all those hitboxes all over the screen. Sometimes you think, oh, that's just an object in the background. That's not going to get me. But then it gets you. And sometimes the objects that look like they're going to kill you have no hitboxes. And you got to remember. This part's really cool. I like the way that part looks, man. And that part too. And this part. There's a lot of really neat looking parts, man. This part I find is the hardest part to read. It kind of just looks like a bunch of gobbledygook. And you got to remember, it's just, this is like a memorization part, but it's pretty wide open. It's just like figuring out like what can kill me and what can't kill me, you know? Bowser, baby. Look at that. Dude, I love the old Nintendo aesthetic. This part's so cool too. But for some reason, sometimes the ships, they don't line up. You rude dudes. Love this part, man. There's got like some horror themes to it, man. There's some parts that are like super creepy looking like this. Dude, it's such a good level. Boom, and that's the end. Happy 10th anniversary. Okay, cool. Oh no, I went down just a smidgen too far. Oh, I thought I was gonna fluke it. I went through a bunch of hard parts at the end. It's so fast. Okay, I did it. There we go. Hello, princess. That took me a little longer than I thought, because I thought once I practiced it the first time, I was gonna crush this level because I thought I had it. But I kept on dying some odd deaths. But there we go. Des Espoir, the insane demon that has the highest object count. Did I like it? Yeah, I really like this level, actually. It's got a lot of really fun gameplay. Looks like an older level, just like an insanely detailed older level. It's really cool. Aesthetically, I really dig this style. It's really cool, and I understand why it got rated as epic. You can totally tell a lot of love and care went into this level. It's good. It's a banger. And the extreme demon that has the most objects in the game is one called Freedom 19 by Grenade of Tacos, which is a remake of Freedom 08. It was called Freedom 08. And Freedom 08 is way harder than this, and it is beloved of just having some really fun gameplay. Their long XL levels are like 3 or 4 minutes each. People love the gameplay of these levels. Freedom 19 is a very 1.9 style level, so there's a lot of 1.9 style objects. There are 456,359 objects in this level. That is a lot. That is the most today. Let's play a bit of it. I might just have to react to a video of this, because this is around, it's around Blade of Justice difficulty, and it's like 4 minutes long. Oh, I can see why people like that. That's so fast paced and cool. Oh yeah, dude, that's great. That's great. I'm sure my boy Nexus wouldn't mind if we just did a little react right here. You know, thank you, Nexus. Go check out Nexus. I'm sure you guys all know who Nexus is, but go check out Nexus. All right. So Nexus has completed this level. It's around Blade of Justice difficulty. Yeah, it's really hard. It would take me a long time to learn this and beat this, like many days. And so because I'm doing Yada, I just don't have the time to do it for the purpose of this video. So we're going to react to this. So the gameplay, already my initial impression of this level was that the gameplay looked really damn fun. Now this level is long. As you can see from the video, it's like a 4-minute long level. So it's very long. And that's why there's so many objects. With 1.9 objects to make it look like really detailed, you got to cram a lot of them in there. And I'm sure this is one of those levels sort of like Des Espoir. Well, not quite like Des Espoir. Des Espoir has this very unique style, but there's a lot of objects that are crammed in here to make it look really good and keeping that 1.9 aesthetic. Man, this gameplay looks sick. Like, this looks like a level I might do someday later. Although, to be fair, doing long levels, I've learned from doing Yada, is really stressful. And so I'm the kind of guy that gets nervous pretty quick on levels. And so I don't know, man. But Yada has helped me with that. Yada has helped me with nerve control a whole lot. So maybe I would be able to do something like this. Because this level, the gameplay doesn't look super hard. The reason why it's like so high up there, like around Blade of Justice difficulty, is just because it's so long. It's just a test of stamina. I definitely, as I'm looking at this gameplay, I'm like, I could do this. I could definitely do this. With enough practice and determination. Yeah, this level looks cool. Dude, I like this part where it like starts strobing colors like that. Yeah, that's cool, man. 1.9 aesthetic, but it looks so vibrant and cool. Man. Yeah, that's awesome looking. Damn, dude. Some parts... Ooh, and the chroma part. Yeah, man. I totally dig this level. This is really cool. It's been a long time since I've seen a completion of Freedom 08, but I know Freedom 08 is, like, way harder. Like, I think it's around Yada difficulty. Maybe even harder than that. But it's quite a lot up. I think it was like 250 on like the all demons list or something. And this one is 500. So yeah. I wonder why they went with making it easier. Because this is a remake of Freedom 08, but they definitely went the easier route. But the gameplay it's really fast paced, but it doesn't look like there's like a ton of inputs in a row where it looks unfair. Like they look pretty spaced out and it looks like it goes pretty well to the song. Like that's awesome, man. This is a really cool level. Freedom 19. I get why these levels are so popular. I'm not like super familiar with them though, because there's some levels where I didn't have much of an interest in playing them, so I just watch one person complete and go, oh, okay, that's good enough. But yeah, like now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is kind of my style. I think I'd enjoy playing this quite a lot. It is very cool. Yeah, and honestly, as a person that started playing the game like a long time ago in 1.9, seeing like a 1.9 style. I mean, it is 1.9 style, but obviously like it looks refined to like 2.1 standards with 1.9 stuff. Crazier than, you know, most things we would have seen in 1.9. But yeah, as a player from that time, it makes me even more interested in a level like this. You know, I certainly dig it. I like levels that have that old flair, which is why most of the extreme demons I play are the old ones. Although they are like old milestone demons, you know, like Bloodbath, Artificial Ascent, Digital Ascent, Yatagarasu. They're just like so well known as being like these stepping stones in terms of game difficulty, right? So yeah. That's why I play them. I like doing them, you know? This part, interesting choice. Because everything else kind of looked like this, similar, like very Electro-y in 1.90, and that part was very, like, visually sort of like 1.9 cartoony style, I guess, which was, it was alright. Wow. Yeah, the song just, like, goes up an octave and just starts, like, going super ham, dude. Dude, this song is so intense. If I listened to this song while I was playing this, oh, and that's the end, and those are all the creators. That's very cool. If I was listening to this song while I was playing it, I honestly would make my heart rate go faster. It's just, it's too intense, bro. All right, Freedom 19. What did you guys think of it? I thought it was really neat. But at the same time, I've seen a lot of long levels as well that look like that, and they don't have as many objects. So I wonder, like, I'm still a little confused as to why this has so many objects. I get it, it's 4 minutes long. There's other 4-minute levels that don't use as many objects as this, that look like equally as good. Some of the levels today, you could tell that they had a lot of objects in them. Like Desespoir, everywhere objects. Emerald Realm, oh yeah. Seaside Hill, there's so much going on in the backgrounds and the whale jumping and stuff. Sandopolis, didn't really understand. Well, actually, they were only like 200 and something thousand though, much less than these other ones, but it's just the most for easy demons for some reason. A lot of these levels you can tell, tons of objects, and for all different reasons too. Freedom 19, I guess you can kind of tell, but not as much. Anyways, what do you guys think of these levels? Leave a thumbs up, it helps me out a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, peace.